YouTube? It's your boy One the Greatest, and we back for another video, man. And this video is gonna be, I'm basically gonna talk about, like, first of all, don't mind, I hate that I ain't even gonna talk about that damn shirt. I'm gonna just rip that motherfucker clean off, man. We gonna be cool with the hoodie, I ain't tripping about it. But yeah, man, this video, I'm gonna be talking about how I ended up getting caught for some shit. And just basically how that shit happened though, you feel me? Cause before I even went to jail, I was on the run for a year and I didn't even know it. I had a warrant out for my arrest for a whole year and I didn't even know it. And what was crazy, cause I was on probation for a gun for like 2.5 years, almost 3 years. Yeah, bro, I was on probation for a gun at that point of the, you know, before I got arrested for like 2.5 years. Just being on the run for like a whole year blew my mind because I was on probation. How the hell my probation officer didn't know that? You feel me? He told me when they was like about to come grab me. So I'm like, damn. Anyway, you know. Yeah, man. Man, it's crazy because when he told me, I mean, I remember this day like it was yesterday. It was 2023. It had to be like in June 2023, right? I was doing hella videos. I was going viral every other day because I was doing so many videos at once. Like I dropped out 30 videos a day on TikTok. I was just going viral, hitting millions of views, all that shit. And you know, at the time, I was working a couple of jobs. I was working at 7-Eleven, UPS. And I was working with somebody else, I forgot. Lost the products, that don't matter. But yeah, so I was working and I felt like a lot of shit was going on in my life that I couldn't control. So I started doing shit out of desperation, you know what I mean? Which is the reason why this case is, even, you know, happening and me being on probation, whatever. The day my probation officer called me, because, you know, mind you, I had to check in this day with my probation officer, right? I had to check in with him at like, what, 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock? And then I had to work 1 o'clock that day. He called me at 8 o'clock in the morning, sharp. He called me like, hey, yeah, we're at the band, you know. I know you gotta check in today or whatever, right? Don't check in today. Cause they got a warrant out for your arrest. For theft. I say, what? Hell no. Hell no. Can't be no damn, what are you talking about? Yeah, I don't know, but they got a warrant out for your arrest. And I'm not even gonna tell you to come up here, so don't come up here. Just, I'm gonna make this phone call, you'll check in for the month, and then next month, I hope you situated that so then you can come check in. Boom, a whole month go past, right? My birthday came up, went past, cause he called me again on some shit. Like he called me the month of July, talking about some, did you get that situated? All right, well, don't come again, you know, we'll go situate that, man, see what's going on, right? Now, the month of me getting arrested was the month he musta was like, I can't keep prolonging you checking in cause it's not COVID no more, they gonna want you to come in, you feel me? I just was making it to where I wasn't in the office, so I just made it to where your phone calls be your check-in. He must call me one day like, yeah, you know, you gotta check in tomorrow, you gonna have to come up here, you know what I mean? They're not gonna let me, you know. He said, we're gonna have to see you tomorrow. So now I'm like, damn, this may be the time they get up with me, cause I'm a whole time thinking I could just like get away with it, cause I had read some shit, right? I ain't gonna say that. I had read some shit that had me thinking about some other shit, about doing some other shit, but I ain't gonna do that. But the night before I had to check in, right? I'm already knowing it's a wrap. Cause like at this time I'm already knowing, I know what they talking about. Like when I first had found out about what was going on, I'm like, what is this for? Like, I've been chilling. I ain't been doing nothing dumb at the BAM until I started hearing what I'm charged with. I'm like, What? Never. I still think about that to this day because I'm like, never. It's insane. So the night before, I was just up all night. I think I went to sleep at like 2 o'clock in the morning and realized, I'm like, damn, I gotta check in tomorrow and I gotta work tomorrow. So if I gotta check in and I'm already thinking they finna bump me, but what if they don't bump me and I'm still up? I still gotta go to work and work my ass off. So I'm finna be tired as hell, right? So I say, fuck, let me go ahead and go to sleep. Now, my girl at the time and my daughter, we was in the bed, and I just start hugging them like a motherfucker. I'm just like, yeah, cause I just know I'm finna go down. It's probably be the last time I see y'all forever. Like, it's ugly. So I'm hugging my daughter. My daughter was just born. Like my daughter was born in February of 2023. It was August of 2023. So she wasn't even that old, but it was just like, damn, I'm finna go ahead and go sit down for a couple of years. And I ain't gonna see you no more. Like, I probably won't even see you grow up. Like, it was just like, man, it's ugly. Now, I go check in, right? I go check in. My auntie, she took me to go check in. I had to go see him in person. Now, usually when I'm talking to this person, it only take about 5, 6, 7 minutes for the check in. Oh yeah, okay, everything. You got this going on. Ooh, at the bam. All right, this is the next time you gotta come check in next month. Cool. Boom, I'm out the door. This time, this man, oh my God. This man get the yapping. I mean, yapping so much to the point where I'm just feeling like he's stalling for something. But I'm not thinking of it, but I'm thinking of it. Like, he just stalling. I'm like, bro, don't do me like this. Hurry this shit up. I keep telling him, like, yeah, let's finalize this. Well, bam, I gotta go to work. Like, yeah, I had to work at like, what, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, but I was telling him, like, I gotta work in like 30 minutes from now. Like, I need to hurry this up so I can go to work. Ooh. He get to talking about his kids and shit, cause you know we both had kids or whatever. He get to talking about his kids, talking about what he gonna do this summer and all. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Hurry this shit up, right? He must have said some shit like, oh yeah, let me go grab these papers so I can finalize this. Ooh, he left. Now I'm sitting there thinking, he taking all fucking day. He come back, yeah man, so my kids this, my kids that. I'm like, yeah, no, let's finalize that. Right when I'm about to finish that sentence, them boys chop up on me. They walk clean up on me, said my name, yeah, you got a warrant out for your arrest, out and woo woo woo. Let's go ahead and situate that. I'm like, man. I knew it was something though, cause it was just abnormal for us to be talking that long about nothing that ain't got nothing to do with the case. I mean, with my probation requirement lock-ins, whatever the fuck the case may be. So boom, they arrested me and shit, woo. And now this is what I remember. I remember getting the handcuffs put on me and me being put into a holding cell at the station. And then I wake up in the county hospital. It was a whole bunch of shit with that. And yeah, I woke up in the hospital. All types of shit. It was crazy, man. I'm not even gonna, like, that part of the situation, like, it was just so much, because at that time I was fighting depression. You feel me? I've been fighting depression for a couple of years. And then I feel like once I got arrested for what I got arrested for, I just felt like a huge wave of depression. Look, 222. It was just 222. I know what I seen. A whole wave of depression just waved over me, like, and it messed me up entirely. Like, I was just going through it. I was just not feeling no type of happiness. I just felt like everything was over. But bro, we was in that motherfucker. We're talking about we. I was in that motherfucker. Talking about we is me and my other person in my head. But yeah, I was in there, and when they unhooked me from the table, they was doing some evaluations on me. They had diagnosed me with depression. I already knew that. Bipolar, I already knew that. And then PTSD, I already knew that. You see what I'm saying? These are things I already knew I had. But they was just telling me, like, yeah, this nigga got all 3 of these. Put his ass on medication. They said, so they had me on medication. And you know, I'm not a person who likes, you know, unnatural shit that'll help me mentally. Like, I'm a naturalist. I like fruit. I like doing stuff that's natural for my body. But the medication, it fucked me up. So I was trying to wean myself off of that. So I'm up in there. I'm talking to people. I done seen people I ain't seen in years in jail. I'm like, damn, boy, I forgot you was locked up. Woo woo. It was people up in there. It was a whole bunch of shit going on. I can't even give y'all a rundown on what the hell happened, to be honest. Bro, I was in there. I think I was in the, So after I got out the hospital, the county, they put me in the bullpen and shit. Motherfuckers looking at me like, damn, this nigga look like he crazy. Ooh, I remember all these. And when I was talking to the people I ain't seen in years, they asked me what the fuck going on, I'm telling them what's going on. They, oh boy, you got a warrant out there? Oh, you good, man. Man, do your little 30 days in this bitch. Cause when I went to court, I think the first day I went to court in the county, in Cook County, it was about telling me about what I was charged with and how much my bond was. They telling me my bond was, ironically, $250,000. Who bond $250,000? Shit. And then I'm thinking, after hearing that number, yeah, I'm finna sit down for a little minute because I ain't got $250,000 to get their ass. It's ugly, so I'm just finna out here sitting this bitch thug it out. I don't know how long it's gonna take, and it was just too much. But boom. So they had told me like, yeah, you know, this is not our jurisdiction really. You know, we got you because you was on probation for us, and we just happened to get you. So we gonna hold you until Shorty and them come get you. We gonna hold you in this bitch for 30 days. After that 30 days, we gonna release you and you just deal with that how you deal with that shit. So I'm like, all right, cool. 30 days in this bitch. I could do 30 days in here. 30 days, you feel me? It ain't nothing in the county. I mean, it's something in the county, but I just feel like, you know, I'm built different, so I can do 30 days in the county. Ooh, as long as dog and them don't come get me at all, I can do this little 30 ball and get the fuck up out of there and just, you know, maneuver the way I was gonna maneuver through this shit. Man, I tell the motherfucker like, yeah, I got warrant out for what, man? They supposed to be coming to get me in 30 days. Boy, what? Who? Oh, man, you good. They ain't finna come get you. Man, that's false. I say, no. They talk, cause I had a warrant out in Lake County, right? Now, it's two Lake counties. It's a Lake County in Indiana, and then it's a Lake County north in Waukegan. Motherfuckers thought I was talking about Lake County, Indiana. They, what? You good. Go ahead and thug it out for these 30 days and you'll be back in the world. In the county, they call outside of jail the world. It's so funny when they say that, but they're like, yeah, you'll be back in the world in no time. Boy, I say, hell no. Not Indiana, I got Lake County, Waukegan. They, ooh. Yeah, they coming to get you. They probably on their way right now as we talking. Yeah, gang, you might as well go ahead and get your bag ready and shit, cause they on the way to come get you in a few minutes. I probably don't even know why they ain't here already. If they know that you got arrested, you been in here for about 2-3 days, they should already been here. They ain't know it about like 30 minutes, 25 minutes. So I'm like, damn, okay. So they put me in the cycle ward. Mind you, I was in the cycle ward because I was going through press. They had me on medication, all that other shit. So they took me from the bullpen and then they put me straight up in the cycle ward realm. So I was in a psych ward for about 3-4 days. They come scold me. I'm thinking they finna discharge. They talking about, oh yeah, you being discharged. I'm thinking they discharged me back to the world. No, 4 of them done came and got me. I'm thinking 30 days and already passed. No, them boys done came and scooped. And it was like 3 other motherfuckers that I got discharged with to go to Lake County, Waukegan, whatever. But bro, we go on that bitch. Yeah, you know, they take me back to court. When I went to Lake County, when I got to Lake County finally, I went back to court. They tell me like, yeah, nah, your bond is $250,000. You charged with this, and yeah, this is what it is. So I'm like, yeah, it's ugly. So I'm on the phone. I'm calling back to my auntie. I'm calling back to my baby mama. I'm like, yeah, you know, they talking about that bread. They talking about it might be an ugly situation. I might be in this bitch, but I'm finna get big in this bitch. You feel me? At the time, I was like, what, 150 pounds? I was 6 feet, 150 pounds. I was just feeling like, I need to get big in this bitch. You see what I'm saying? Like I'm a little bigger now, cause you know I be going to the gym and shit like yeah. But bro, I need to get big in this bitch. If I'm finna be in this motherfucker, let me get big, whatever. So I think the second time I went to court, I think it was bond reduction. So I went to bond reduction like a day or two after the first court date. I go in that bitch, they lowered my shit to $2,500. Ooh. Okay, this is sweet. Let me go ahead and call back to the peoples outside in the world. Yeah, bond $2,500. Go ahead and come grab me. Ooh, motherfucker, pay you back. You know, cause I was working So I know I was gonna eventually get the money. And if I was able to get the fuck out of jail in time, I still had my job to work to make the money. You see what I'm saying? So I'm like, yeah, woo, come grab me, Now, my auntie was, before I even got to that part, my auntie called me talking about, yeah, see if they can get it reduced or whatever, and I can come get you, right? That's a whole nother segment of shit, cause my auntie was pissing me off when she was doing all that dream selling, and then when the time come when they situate the dream she was selling, I'm not finna waste my weekend to come get you. I ain't finna. Alright, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Not worry about it. You know, I was pissed off at that, but I'm like, you was the one who was telling me to get them to reduce it. You was gonna come late bond and I'll pay you back. Like, now you talking about you don't wanna waste your weekend. It was a whole bunch of shit, like, it pissed me off, whatever. I ain't tripping. But bro, man, I go in that bitch. They say, yeah, your shit 200. No, it wasn't even 250,000 at that time, was it? No. That was bond reduction. They tell me, no, damn, what the fuck happened? My shit was 2,500, so I called back. I tell my baby mom, tell my auntie, yeah, they done lowered that bitch down to 200. I mean, you know, I keep fucking saying the number. I keep thinking about the 250,000 because that's the ironic number I was already thinking of. Because I'm like, yeah, I know exactly what the fuck they're talking about when they keep saying $250,000. It was ugly. Boom. So eventually my auntie come bond me out. Now I get out, and then I was fighting the case for like, from that point all the way up to like earlier this year, so that's 3 years. So I was fighting that case for 3 years. I wasn't finna try to sit in that bitch for no 3 years. So I'm glad that a motherfucker got out in time to, you know. Cause I think that Monday before I got out was when they did that little new law, like, oh yeah, you feel me? Ain't no more cash bonds. Like, you gotta sit in that bitch until your case over with type shit. So I got out in the nick of time, bro. But just having to fight that case, I was fighting depression. I was trying to figure out a whole bunch of shit with my life. It was just a whole bunch of shit that was fucking up my mental that I couldn't even, you know, grasp for reality. Like, it was just too much going on. So I was just really feeling like everything was ugly for me. Like, even being out of jail, just everything was ugly because my momentum that I was building up from doing all them TikTok videos and shit, it was gradually going down because when I went to jail, I wasn't dropping nothing. So I was losing that momentum. Then when I get out, I wasn't going straight back to doing no videos because I'm fighting depression. I'm over here worried about the case that I'm fighting, thinking that every time I go to court, it's gonna be the day they tell me, oh yeah, go sit your ass down. It was just too much shit going on, so it was just a lot. But I'm not proud of none of the shit I'm not proud of none of that. Like, you feel me? I'm not gonna go in depth of what happened, how I did, whatever, cause yeah, I pled guilty to get probation, cause I don't give a damn. Probation is better than going to go sit down for 23 years. I've been saying that for the last 2.5 years. Like, motherfuckers telling me, no, take it to trial. I'll say, yeah, no. Why would I take it to trial knowing that? Why would I do that? That's stupid. Why would I take it to trial knowing? You feel me? So I'm like, just give me probation. I'll go sit down. Cause I was already on probation. I might as well just keep that same mentality of, oh, being on probation. I'm not doing this. I can't leave the state, so I ain't tripping on none of that. So I'm like, let's get it. Let's do that. But yeah, man. I ain't really proud of none of that shit. But now that I'm finally on probation and I got a clear mind of, okay, I know I'm not going down. All I gotta do is these things to stay afloat. I can get back in tune with doing content, doing what I wanted to do. Before I even felt the need to do some stupid shit out of desperation. Like I said, I was starting to do shit out of desperation because of, one, it was the main reason of my baby was on the way and I didn't have no help financially but myself. Like, I had jobs, I had DoorDash, I had my music checks coming through, and I was working at 7-Eleven and other jobs too. But, you know, my baby mama, she ain't had no job at the time, you feel me, because some other shit. But it was just like, I need to get some bread to make sure that when my daughter get here, we gonna be good. And just a lot of dumb shit of, you know, my decisions that I made was just causing me to go down that road that I went down. But now I'm clear mind, you feel me? And I'm not gonna keep speaking on it. You feel me? I'm not gonna keep speaking on it. But I'm just finna show y'all how I'm finna bounce back from this shit. Cause even after a few weeks after finally getting sentenced to probation, it's still kinda hard for me, cause like throughout all this time, I was trying to stay afloat by doing certain things, like staying consistent with this 2, 3, 4. It's crazy. Angel numbers. I've been seeing a lot of angel numbers too, but yeah, just trying to stay consistent. I went back to school, get my CDL. Like I think I spoke about all this in the video I just released a few days ago. But we finna go. Yeah, I spoke about all that in the video I just posted, but I think I was gonna go in depth anymore on this video. That's my girl. She just went to go get her something. But yeah, man, they bumped me, got me together. I'm on probation. I'm on probation now, so it's like I gotta stay afloat. You know, check in again. Like I hate this probation shit. Like the way probation is, it's just irritating. But I'm definitely finna show y'all how I'm finna bounce back from this shit. Like I ain't finna just keep talking about the case and I'm finna show y'all how I'm finna bounce back from this shit. And I think I'm finna start a series, and it's gonna be getting my life back. That's gonna be my new series, getting my life back together, which is coming to like, you know, all this other shit. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it right here because I'm already 23 minutes in. I feel like I said a lot of nothing. I said a lot, but I didn't say anything. You feel me? So I'm gonna just leave it right here. And I'm gonna get up with y'all in the next video. So if you new to this channel, make sure you hit that like, comment, subscribe. Hit that post notification bell so you can know when the next time I'm dropping another video, because I'm finna start dropping a lot of more videos. I'm finna drop this today actually. So you probably will see this. It's 2 o'clock right now. Y'all probably see this like 5, 6 o'clock because I gotta edit and do all that shit. But yeah, man, with that being said, I'm gonna get up with y'all in the next video.
Twerking for me. Baby, the way that you're moving, it feel like a movie, you making a scene. Yeah. You in here with your friends, you don't got a man, so I creep. Just moving around.